Our house guest today on Home Run is Carey Ashton. In spite of being in a wheelchair since his early 20s, he's become an elite baseball coach. He helped lead the McGill Redbirds to a national title last year, and he's been named Coach of the Year twice in NDG, where he coaches Little League. Now, Carey, you got into coaching, you were saying, because of your eldest son, Wayne, who played baseball. I understand, though, a little more than a year ago, you got some news that was, well, it would be hard for any parent to hear.
Yeah, well, Wayne, we found out a year ago, was diagnosed with FSH muscular dystrophy, the same form that I have. So it's been quite a shock and a really tough adjustment in our family. I mean, it's extremely hard on Wayne, but we're dealing with it, and he's a great guy, and we're just trying to get through this and show him that he's going to have a great life, and he's just got to do that. What
can you say to him that to help him feel that?
The most important thing is to understand that he can have a long life, and he has to choose to go forward in life and do the things he wants to do, and try to be as positive as he can, because there's going to be tough times, and there's going to be times where it's just going to be real hard at times, emotionally probably more than physically. Physically you can deal with a little bit more, and he's just got to learn that he's going to get through it, and he's going to have a great life, and hopefully that we'll be able to help him.
Is this something you'd worried about? And does it mean that when you have muscular dystrophy, there is a greater likelihood that your child might?
There is. We had gone to family counseling. We went to genetics, and we tried to know everything we could before we decided to have kids, and we thought we were doing the right thing, and I have two other children, Rebecca and Taylor, and I hope to God that they're healthy and strong. But Wayne's got some great doctors, and we've been dealing with his neurologist in the last year, and they've given him a lot of positive hope that things will be okay, and he's going to be all right.
He's 18?
Just turned 18. Terrible age.
How is he doing?
He's good. I mean, he's going to school, and he's physically, he does have some physical problems right now, but he drives a motorcycle or a scooter, and he's at my baseball games all the time. He tries to help out, and I think, he likes the game so much, and he seems to be volunteering a little bit more and more in NDG, that I hope that he does decide to coach and work with some kids, because he's really good with kids, and he knows the game pretty good.
What do you hope Wayne learns from the life that you've led in spite of having muscular dystrophy?
Well, the one thing that I would hope is that you can have a long life. You just have to be strong mentally, emotionally, and try to stay healthy. Take care of yourself, and try to be positive. I mean, I've been fortunate to have positive people around me for when I'm not positive, and he's got to do the same thing. I think that he knows that I'm in my late 40s and I'm still here, so it's something for him to shoot for, and hopefully that he's going to be all right. He's just got to get through this tough time of dealing with it, and he's going to be all right.
Can you imagine what your life would be like without baseball?
I couldn't. Baseball, I have a phrase: I live for baseball, and baseball lives for me. I use baseball to stay alive a lot of times. It's tough. There's times during the winter that it's just tough. And how I get through it is I think about the spring. I think about my guys, and I think about getting out there and coaching. So baseball's meant so much. The friends that I've met through baseball is incredible, and the kids that I've coached, and the parents that I've been part of, and so many of them have become close friends. It's just made my life what it is a lot more enjoyable, and my family gets to enjoy it with me, so it's great.
You're going to coach again next year.
Well, I always say I don't know. Physically, I don't know. Every year's a little harder, a little bit more difficult, so it's a hard grind for someone in my situation to be out there in these elements. We're talking today about the humidity and the heat. Well, I'm sitting in a park all day with no shade, and that's tough. And in the wintertime or in the fall with McGill, where I'm a bench coach, it's tough. It's a cold time of year. And, when we were in the Nationals last year, it was raining, it was snowing. And for me, I've got to worry about my health, colds and stuff. So to say I am going to coach next year, there's always a possibility. Every year I say this is it, and people just drag me back in. So I hope that I'm able to, but I don't know.
We hope so as well, certainly. Carey Ashton, the last song you've chosen for us to play today is You'll Never Walk Alone by Jerry and the Pacemakers. Why was this a pick?
This is a song that means so much to me. Jerry Lewis is a huge inspiration for anyone with muscular dystrophy. And it's a song that he closes out the telethon with every year. And it's a tough song. It's a tough song for me to hear, but it's kind of, when he sings it, he's letting you know it's okay if you're not going to make it. And I love this song. It means the world to me. And every year when I watch a telethon, it's my wife, used to be my mother, and my sisters and my brother. We have to hear this song at the end too. It's a tough song to deal with, but it gives you a little bit of hope that you'll be okay if you have to go.
Thank you so much for coming in and telling us your story today. I know at some points it was rough. We made you walk through those emotions.
It was great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Coach Ashton, our house guest today, assistant coach of the McGill Redbirds, Coach of the Year twice in the NDG Little League, father of 3. We'd love to hear from you in response to anything you heard on the program today. Our talkback number is 514-597-7222. homerun@cbc.ca is our email address. Bye-bye.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never, never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never, never walk alone.